d4, d6, e4, g6, knight f3, knight f6, bishop d3, bishop g7, castle kingside, castle kingside, rook e1, c5, c3, c takes d4, c takes d4, bishop g4, knight b d2, knight c6, h3, bishop h5, g4, knight takes g4, h takes g4, bishop takes g4, bishop e2, rook c8, a3, queen d7, d5, bishop takes f3, knight takes f3, queen g4, check, king h2, knight e5, knight g5, queen h4, check, king g2, bishop f6, rook h1, rook takes c1, rook takes h4, rook takes d1, rook takes d1, bishop takes g5, rook h3, rook c8, rook c3, rook takes c3, b takes c3, knight d7, rook b1, knight c5, e5, d takes e5, a4, knight takes a4, rook takes b7, knight takes c3, d6, e takes d6, bishop a6, e4, rook takes a7, e3, f takes e3, bishop takes e3, rook c7, bishop d4, bishop c4, d5, bishop b3, king g7, rook d7, king f6, king f3, bishop e5, bishop takes d5, knight takes d5, rook takes d5, king f5, rook d7, king e6, rook a7, h5, rook a6, check, king f5, rook a7, f6, rook h7, bishop c3, rook h8, bishop e1, rook e8, Bishop c3. Rook h8. King g5. Rook c8. Bishop e5. Rook h8. King h4. King g2. g5. Rook a8. King g4. Rook a4 check. Bishop f4. Rook a3. h4. Rook b3. f5. Rook b4. h3 check. King f2. King h5. Rook b5. King g6. Rook b6 check. King f7. King f3. Bishop e5.